Hello everyone and welcome to the Halloween special of Milanous Reviews. I am Milanous and I'll tell you something. There are a few things these days that get me excited, but damn it, Halloween is one of them. I love it all. The horror movies, the scares, the trick-or-treaters, the costumes, and of course the sweets. In fact, there are very few things that get me excited more than Halloween. Except for Christmas, Easter, my birthday, New Year, and Friday nights down at the pub. But still, Halloween is pretty high on them. And the best part about this, being an adult, is that I get to share my love of Halloween with an entire new generation of children. So, what do you say we go greet them? Happy Halloween, everybody!
Here he is! Take him!
Oh shit.
Quickly, grab everything and run!
Oh shit.
You thieving little punks!
Prick stole all my sweets. You know, when did we start living in such a cynical world? I mean, as adults, I suppose we can only really blame ourselves for that loss of innocence. I mean, when I was a kid, it was all about the costumes and the fun. Now it's all about the pelting of adults with chicken ovulations. And I'm pretty sure one of those flipping things was hard-boiled. I don't know. It's right around this time that maybe I should look at something in a more positive light. For Halloween, maybe I should look at something that I actually enjoyed as a kid. And I think I know just what I need. Hold on. Boom! Eternal Darkness Sanity Requiem for the Nintendo GameCube. Developed by Silicon Knights, Eternal Darkness Sanity Requiem for the GameCube is one of those many little gems on this underappreciated little box. Everyone I knew growing up either had a PS2 or an Xbox, playing those hardcore adult games full of tits and blood. But then everyone had that one friend growing up. He was the one that owned the Nintendo GameCube. He'd be playing Super Mario Sunshine, Super Smash Bros. Or Luigi's Mansion, and you'd chastise him for having it, calling it a baby's console, and he'd go home, grow up to be bitter, cynical, and slowly spiral down into despair and alcoholism before deciding to open up a subpar review show in order to escape from the pit of which he has crawled into.
Stop, please. Make him stop, please, Mommy.
I mean, sure, the GameCube was revolutionary for its miniature CD discs, easy to use control, a list of genuinely enjoyable games, but fuck that if it doesn't have blood and boobs! I'm not kidding, I was always the black sheep of our little group, because apparently the GameCube was just a baby's console made just for little kids. Which is why it had Resident Evil 4, Eternal Darkness, the Twin Snakes, Geist, Killer 7.
So yeah, you screw you up, you ignorant asses. You ain't having none of my birthday cake! Because no one ever comes to my parties. God, I'm lonely.
It's actually one of my favourite horror games, if not one of my most favourite games in general. Also, it really doubled up as my secret weapon. Every time someone would call my GameCube a baby's toy, I would often whip it out, show it to them, and blow their fucking mind. It's a story in which draws great inspiration from the twisted mind of H.P. Lovecraft, in particular the Cthulhu mythos, while also giving its own general spin on it.
The graphics were, for GameCube, average, the pacing was a bit slow, but the story and gameplay were what made it so enthralling. You play the role of Alexandra. Holy shit, we're playing! Why isn't this working? Seriously, the game just throws you right into the battle, no warning, and it just ends. Turns out it was all a dream. Okay, what just happened? This isn't even really a tutorial or anything like that because it doesn't really tell you anything. Like, push A to fire, you dumb fuck. Oh wait, so her grandfather is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I can't finish that joke, it's too obvious.
Hello?
You play the role of Alexandra Roivas, who has come to the Roivas family mansion in order to investigate the mysterious murder of her grandfather, Edward Roivas.
So after seeing the bloody puddle that used to be her grandfather, the game begins. Inside of a mansion.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Puzzle-based gameplay set in an old mansion. But don't worry, gamer. That's where the similarity ends. I said that's where the similarity ends! After finding a secret entrance, she comes across the Book of Darkness, and this is where the bulk of the game takes place. The bulk of the game has us transitioning from the perspective of Alexandra to multiple other characters throughout history as they recall the events of encountering a mysterious group of entities known only as the Ancient Ones. The story is actually very gripping. You get a sense there's more to this mystery, that everyone else around you knows more than you do, and you just want to keep driving the plot forward in order to find out more. But just like the Cthulhu mythos, that knowledge may come at a price. So our first quantum leap is into the life of a Roman legionnaire, and here's where the combat is introduced. Then taught. Okay, weird way round. It's here you begin to wonder, am I even in a horror game?
In most horror games, self-defense is often poorly implemented, or indeed non-existent. It would often feel stiff, clunky, and overall rather shitty.
But the sword fighting feels fast and flowing, for the most part, and the targeting system for each body part works very well too. But what really works about Eternal Darkness is that it doesn't actually sacrifice the horror aspect of the game.
In Eternal Darkness, you can defend yourself fine, but you can quickly become overwhelmed and die very easily. You do genuinely feel scared to fight the enemies, and sometimes you can only just escape by the skin of your teeth.
Now, at the end of the first chapter, you get a choice of 3 different artifacts, and each of these actually drastically change how the game is played. The red one makes it combat focused, the blue one makes it magic focused, and the green has a psychological focus to it. Not that you would know that from the descriptions. Here I had to literally look up online what these artifacts were. I wouldn't mind, except this is literally going to determine the rest of the game for you. But on the plus side, having these 3 different types of game focuses means that the game has incredible replay value. So I'm going to pick green for psychological. After all, this is a horror game, isn't it? Oh shit! Blue! Blue! I'm in blue! I'm in blue! Seriously, dude, you might want to get some cream for that. There is a lot of variation to this game. You have combat with a sword, you can cast magic spells, there's ingenious Indiana Jones traps in which to avoid. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, fuck. Puzzles range from good to just okay. You usually get a specific key for a specific lock to a specific puzzle that just feels a little more than a glorified fetch quest. But then there are those really interesting puzzles that do require you to engage that pocket of air between your ears. But nothing I would ever write home about. We'll just call the puzzles a B+ for now. The architecture is stunning. You really get a feeling that level designers were having a real blast designing these things. That's just messed up, ladies and gentlemen. This place has an insane amount of flavor text. Every single area is clickable with full-fledged descriptions on what you're looking at, what it could possibly mean. There are journals, paintings, statues, books, all sorts of interactive objects, and not to mention the amount of shit that tries to fuck with you. Okay, we just got ourselves a journal. We'll take a look at what's over here and...
Jesus, it's like my last relationship.
Okay guys, I'm gonna have to stop here or else this game is gonna make sure that I don't make it to Halloween.
So, that was Eternal Darkness Sanity Requiem for the Nintendo GameCube. One of my most favourite horror games of all time. I'm not going to go any further, guys, because it's a story that truly needs to be solved by yourself. It is amazing, brilliant controls, holds up just as much now as it did back then. Proof that graphics don't always make a good game. We had a rough start, but I think I've enjoyed myself. So, until next time, guys, this has been the Milanous Halloween. When did I last dust this place?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the Halloween special. If you like my work, why don't you share it with all your friends? Remember, more traffic means more videos. And if you like this video, why don't you check out my Let's Play of Resident Evil? You can click on to the left for my review of Teen Titans Go while you're waiting for the next video to pop up.